Oh, welcome. This is the first live stream for Smart ICO Investor. So yeah, welcome. Let's check it out. For Smart. Sweet. All right. Let's see if we can get rid of that. And let's go to dashboard. All right. That's pretty cool. So we're just going to leave that there. And I want to see if we could just have a chat. See, like, how to see live stream chat. Today we're going to take a look at some ICOs. Alright, so right. This is chat for live streaming. All right, looks like we're just gonna have to take a window and then we can break it. So let's take a look at some ICOs. We're just gonna take this. And let's get out of screen mode. That will be the best, actually. I'm just gonna drag this out. All right, well, I'm here. So yeah, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's All right, so we are live streaming. Let's get the chat up. Let's get the chat here. Kind of pull this over. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll run through them. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is a 3-minute chart, but let's take a look at a 4-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, there is some possibility of a pullback. I know that in our group, we were looking at the 8,200 level as kind of the area where we'll be auctioning. I do think that we'll kind of be pushing up through here in that 82. So I have taken a long on Bitfinex, which I went long about 79. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, so let's take a look at some ICOs. There's some ones that I wanted to look at. And let's actually share this on my channel as well. Let's take a look at I can't turn it. Ah, did they ban it? Oh wow, it is banned. They finally banned Telegram. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, all right. Well, that sucks. I'll just do it in chat. Let's take this and they just shut down Telegram in Russia. Is it right? Wait, but if my phone is working, then check. Ah, it works. There's something about this. It's not working. Let me just close this and reopen it. Reopen Telegram. I actually use TelePlus instead of Telegram. Right, let's check that. Telegram is open. All right, let's share the live streaming link now. We'll just take this and share. Sweet. All right. There we go. Let's get some people on and start streaming. So at the moment, I don't think anybody's here, but I'm sure some people will come now. And let's post this in here as well too. All right. So I wanted to take a look at QuarkChain. That is on the list. Close Crypto Valley. Let's go QuarkCoin, QuarkChain, QuarkChain.io. Right. So a high-capacity peer-to-peer transactional system. Brief introduction, features. I don't think transactions per second is a valid selling point. There's a very good website of saying, is this decentralized? And so the question will be, QuarkChain consists of 2 layers of blockchains. We apply elastic sharding blockchains. Shards is the first layer. And root blockchain that confirms the blocks from the shards of the second layer. So multi-sharding blockchain. Cross-chain shards can be issued at any time and confirmed in minutes. Cross-shard transactions increases linearity. We designed a game theoretic framework for incentives where hash powers are incentivized to distribute evenly among shards. There are at least 50% of overall hash power allocated to the root chain to prevent double spending attack. So how do they do that now? Let's take a look at the white paper. Who's going to control that 50% and how do they ensure that it doesn't go? Okay, so recently distributed DLT technologies, decentralized trustless blockchains, well, that's a grammatical error. It should be have started rewiring the nature of our current economy. Core chain is an innovative permissionless blockchain architecture that aims to meet the global-wise commercial standard. Secure, decentralized, and scalable blockchain solution over 1,000 TPS. Reshardable. A game theoretic is where at least 50% of the overall hash power is allocated to the root chain to prevent double spending, anti-centralized horizontal scalability, multiple cheat nodes. Okay, so let's take a look. More anything, generations, blockchain 3.0. All right, decentralization issue. Win seed round. Wait for core chain. I think there's some pools going on right now. Third blockchains. Okay, decentralization issues. Scalability issues, multiple blockchains. Let's see what they're actually doing. How many pages do I need to go through? Okay, core chain technology, design principle, enhancing the scalability while guaranteeing security and decentralization. I already said that. System architecture. So root chain, right, and then multiple shards below. Illustration of core chains, two-layer blockchains, where each miner shard possesses a subset of all transactions. Okay. Right. Two basic functionalities in each block within the chains. Right, both ledger, most of the average core chains adopts the divide and conquer idea to separate the two main functions in two-layer. Core chains, elastic sharding. With miner blockchains, each shard possesses a subset of all transactions. Therefore, the number of shards increases. So can the other ones. Core chain is a root blockchain. It confirms all blocks from sharded blockchain. So the root, so there's the root and then the shards. So essentially, you have a sharding system. The collaborative mining. Okay, so this is really early verification. Analytical solution. Network simulations simulate. So they simulated an 18 node and 18 shard core chain network. And this is where they came up with the million. Right, okay. So there are 18 miners where two people have more than 100x times more. 8 miner blockchains. Root blockchain, 150. So they have 8 sub-sharding blockchains. The height of all miner blockchains is around 3 seconds to close to each other. Okay. Right. Wait, how do we do that? If the hash power of the root chain is 100%, then the core chain system becomes a single blockchain system, as there are no miner on shards, and all miner will only mine the root chain, and weak miners may join mining pool. In addition, the root chain could include as much miner blocks as possible, thus a root block is essentially an unlimited size block as a single blockchain system. If the hash power of the root chain is 0, then the core chain system becomes a multi-independent blockchain indices, each shard which is on blockchain. Okay, so 50% hash power allocation to the root chain. Okay. I don't get it. They talk about all these things, but I'd like to see more discussion of what they're actually doing. Anti-centralized. Validates all miner blocks. Okay. If every node in the core chain runs a super full node, core chain can have the same safety level as traditional blockchains. So, what is it? Is it a addresses the concern by allowing multiple honest nodes in a cluster to run as a super full node. Each node in the cluster, puzzle, in-shard transactions, cross-shard transactions, right? It's pretty apparent. Simple account management, cross-chain transactions, on-chain, off-chain transactions, smart contracts, account management. This is really kind of short overview. Token economics, transaction currency. So QuarkChain coin, business development, the apps to go. QuarkChain robust, minimum viable products with on-chain fast evolution. Demand-oriented business. More. And followers. They've already signed on to QuarkChain. This Chi Hui. QuarkChain collaborators. Primus, Chi Hui, Keyphone. Right, so they're saying 1 million in 2019. Okay. So Q1 2018 and verification, Q2 should be soon. Verification code 0.2 and implement testnet. Testnet 2 and Wallet 2, QuarkChain 1 in Q4, so probably sometime next year. From a Googler. I'm a Googler as well. Georgia Institute of Technology, Chinese team. Founder and CEO of multiple international companies. We definitely could use some more better editing on the white paper. Let's take a look at the GitHub. Right, so 194 contributions, the first one being on January 19th, 2018. And since then, so consistent, it took off for the Chinese holidays, you can see, and then contributions, private repositories. First pull request, show more activity, first repository. So let's take a look at the repository. So everything is private so far. Followers. Interesting. Right, okay. So everything is private. So they're claiming that, let me go back to the white paper. So on their testnet, they're claiming 2,000 transactions per second on the testnet. In the second version, let me go down here. So in the second version, they go to 10,000 plus transaction per second. So from single-threaded to multi-threaded code. By 2018, the end of the year, 100,000 transactions per second, and then by 2019, next year, this time, 1 million. The mainnet is going to debut with 100,000 transactions per second. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I mean, the team looks like a bunch of researchers that came out of, well, the two founders came out of Google and Facebook, yeah, just through sharding. Yeah, so I wonder what the transactions per second on the root chain versus the sharding chains are. Let me see if I can find that. Because I don't think that the root chain will have the same kind of throughput that the sharding chains will. I'm almost positive about that. I would assume that the root chain would be quite slow, actually, and then I would assume that the root one would be quite slow. So, but I mean, it makes sense. You have one main chain which is locked down, and then you have the sharding chains where they can be pushed to handle more transactions per second. Everything's settled on the root chain. I mainly just want to see how they're going to enforce the hash power to remain at 50%. That would be my biggest issue. Yeah. at least 50%. It's interesting. Let's see what we can Google about it. Cork chain. It doesn't say. I mean, it must be a delegated proof of stake. Take that back. It must be a delegated proof of stake system. Testnet alpha, right? QuarkNet team. Hello world. Okay, testnet. It must be delegated proof of stake, but they don't talk about it at all. Reshardable 2-layer. I mean, they discuss nothing about how all the tokens will be held. High capacity. Yeah. There's a lot that's not here. I would say that there's not enough. Okay, let's take a look at. So Cork chain looks interesting, but there's not enough. We'll just make a note as well too. All right, so Cork chain, interesting concept, but little real content provided. GitHub is still private. Claims about high TPS are done on a testnet. Right, Radix ICO, Radix DLT. Did I look at Radix? Let me take a look. Radix, blockchain, your days are numbered. Live transactions per second. Okay, well, that's nice at least. Create your own assets, pay anyone in 5 seconds. Why is it better? How to scale it? No proof of stake, no master nodes, no proof of work. And turn complete, right? Right, okay. And it's done in JavaScript, so it's easy for anyone to come on board. Right. Let's read the consensus, and let's read the nodes white paper. Not a blockchain, not a DAG. I mean, that's pretty high. Let's read about the consensus system. Okay. Distributed ledger that preserves total order of events, allowing for the trustless transaction value. Okay. 3 components: a network cluster of nodes, a global ledger database, an algorithm for generating a cryptographically secure record of temporarily ordered events. Tempo is called a universe, and any event within a universe is called an atom. Okay, and all atoms contain an endpoint destination, which is the address. Atoms take the form of payload or transfer. Okay, atoms may contain other atoms. Okay. Distributed database, which stores all atoms that exist in the universe. It is designed to be horizontally scalable, supports unstructured data. That's cool. And can update entries. A local ledger instance operating on a node can be configured to store all or part of the global ledger. A subset of the global ledger is known as a shard. So again, another sharding blockchain. Right. This is cool. Wow, this is really cool. Yeah. Wait, let's go back and read the FAQ. Like they say, FAQ features developers, or is this in the abstract? No, it's here. Where was it? Features. No. Features. Rambo Careers blog. Here. I'm just blind. All right. What is Radix? What is Radix? High throughput platform. Wow. Since 2011. Infinitely scalable distributed ledger protocol. And in-one fault detection. Very cool. Radix offers a novel distributed ledger architecture for decentralized applications that is sharded to scale. Wow. So is it some distributed proof of stake? Tempo, combined distributed data architecture and consensus algorithm. Vector clocks are generating a partial order in events. Causality violations. So it's asynchronous. This is like Dispatch. Like Dispatch Labs, actually. We'll go check out that next. I actually have some allocation for Dispatch, which I need to check out. I don't think I shared that, but in the group yet, in the private group, but I was able to get in on Tier 1, friends and family, and I had some Tier 2, but I just didn't share it with anybody. I don't think I raised any capital for that. And then Tier 3 is going right now, I think. Combined architecture, tempo, asynchronous, highly concurrent. This is very cool. So wait, is this like Hashgraph? This is pretty cool. All right, I mean, to stop double spins, your shard address should be based on your wallet public key. A logical clock is a counter that is incremented by 1 every time something new happens. That gives every node their own relative time. That's cool. Custom protocols are well established. On tempo, we add the node clock. This is pretty cool. This allows everyone to see both the information and what logical clock time the information was seen by the other members of the network. Wow. It's cool. Some problems with that solving. Hey, so is there a coin? Like, are they gonna have an ICO, or is this already out? Because this is pretty cool. That scale well. Sharding, creating sidechains, DAGs. Across all shards, sidechains. Yep. Wow. This is very cool. Blockchain. Yeah. Wow, this is pretty cool. Proof of stake. Huh. Features does Radix have modular, limitless scaling, fast transaction finality, zero transaction fees, stable tokens, IoT enabled. Wow. $25 off the shelf software. Digital asset exchange. Wow. Let me email these people now. How is it funded? Dan. Have most tokens integrated Radix decentralized exchange. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. When will launch? Q3. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Open source. No, that's great. I wonder why it can't be open source. That's always a big. So my big push is that everything needs to be open source. Everything needs to be public in the code, and it needs to be able to be licensed by anyone, really. To be fully decentralized, you can't have a company going out and suing suing other people for changing the code or forking it. The volatility token. That's very cool. Where's the ISO? No information. That's supply. No hard cap. $1. How can I buy? All right, so Radix. It's amazing. Yeah, this is very cool. Can I run a node? Wow, you can run a node on your phone. I mean, this is a lot of claims. Can we contact these guys? Developers about. Do they even have a? Let's sign up. Sweet. Definitely joining the Telegram. Radix Telegram. Where is it? About developers. Yeah, Telegram. Very blind. Telegram is banned. Ha! Really? That looks super cool. Ah, yeah. You mentioned Radix. Yeah, Salov. Thanks, man. You mentioned Radix a few months ago. That is very cool. I even have t-shirts. Let's see if I can. Sweet. I'm gonna save this one. Let's save this. Favorites. That's very cool. That's very cool. I'm gonna have to read all of this later. Radix DLT. eMuni. Why is Radix closed source? That's the issue that I had. Others can't steal their idea. But, I mean, they develop it, and the issue is... right, okay. You can open source it, and then you can have it open source, and then have it commercially licensed. Right. I mean, that's probably what they're working towards. What I'd like to see. It won't be 100x RI due to market cap. Other holders received 50% new tokens. Interesting. Here's right. Right. Okay. So they're just protecting themselves against big banks. I mean, as long as the information is out there, you can't patent something which is already out. As soon as they post it, I guess they change it slightly. Let's take a look at BTC. So again, taking a look at Bitcoin, I think is really, well, one second. Hello. Да, вы здесь? Да, да, да. Да, да. Да, ну, самый любимый, самый лучший метро это Электрозаводская. Да, ну, я буду здесь. Через час, спасибо. Да. All right. Okay. Let's take a look. We're getting I dug out my camera, and we're gonna go do some picture hunting on the weekend. I just need some more batteries. So I have the Fujifilm X100S from about 3 years ago. It's a great little camera to carry around. I wish I had replaceable lenses, but I don't. So the next one will. Okay, let's take a look. What's been big? One thing that I wanted to look at is Yerbit. There's a pool for this going on in really Yerbit. So there's a pool for Yerbit that's actually going on in okay, maybe not. We'll look at something else. So one project that I'm actually going to be coming on to be an advisor to this project here in the next few weeks. It's called ROG. It is a cross-platform IMDb for video games, which this would mark kind of the second major video game ICO that I've, yeah, it reads down. Second major ICO video game that's video game related. So this one makes super sense. So one thing I like is a big question when trying for consumer adoption of different platforms is like, can I explain it to my mom? Or maybe not even my mom, but like, can I explain this to my dad? My dad plays video games, I think, sometimes. But I would even without explaining the mechanics, all I have to say is, it's like IMDb, but it's for video games, and people would get that, and that's super simple. And I can contain that within one sentence. So from a marketing standpoint, it makes it super easy to sell because you just have to say, okay, bring all your games here, plug in your information, and then you get tokens for it. You actually get tokens for achievements, which is super simple. Where's the it's token? So token.rog.io. So they've already raised 3 million out of the 10 from a Russian fund. It is a Russian team, but they do have a lot of experience. I think it'll be pretty cool. I mean, there's no like easy way to record all of your game data. I've got Steam. I think I'm on the Xbox store. No, PlayStation store. I'm definitely on the PlayStation store. I'm definitely on Steam. Yeah. I really only play one game, though, and that's Hearthstone. I will eventually, once I get a desktop, start playing more PC games. Or when I get a PS4, do that. But yeah, I mean, this is a super simple thing to sign up for. The 10 million is going to go, let's see, they'll use 4 million for user acquisition, 4 million for platform development, and then you'll receive tokens for using the platform. It's pretty cool. So we'll be running, I'll be helping out with investor relations here. And yeah, so Acropolis, the Acropolis ICO. Blockchain pensions infrastructure. So I've been with, I was at the beginning. I was helping Anna. So Anna is the founder and CEO, and I was with her at the Ethereum Developers Conference last year in Cancun, and we were actually discussing what we were going to do for the Acropolis, planning it out, doing some whiteboarding, and essentially coming in and laying some stuff out. I wrote some early stuff for the Acropolis white paper, but it all got redone. Looking at it now, they've done a bunch of different stuff, but they do have some crazy team members on. I also introduced Saber, who's advisor and investor, to Anna. So Steven? That all came out. So Steven and Saber both met Anna at the Ethereum Developers Conference. I think it's the rest of the team here. They took off, so my buddy was working on this as well too. Right, let's take a look at the white paper because it was just released. Document is loading. I was asking for months for the white paper, like months and months and months. They finally got it done. I've been meaning to read it and to provide a meaningful review, but I've just been putting it off because the white paper is dense. One of the things that Anna told me, like consistently the whole way through, was that she wanted a PhD level white paper, which she got. Yeah. When you read this, it's like reading a PhD thing. This drafting is really annoying. I wish I could get it without it. Storm Token also had that same kind of draft thing as well. Very annoying. All right, so let's skip the initial stuff. Oh man, it's super dense. Acropolis platform. Develop a decentralized pension platform or protocol. Spans a variety of blockchains, and yeah, okay. Initially built on Ethereum. Right, so it's good that they're looking at EOS and Cardano. It is probable that Ethereum will continue to play a role, but they'll probably shoot over. All right, so smart contract rewards individual users who access free and premium services. Developers get rewards, they build apps, right? Fees and staking, they pay fees. So it's a payment token. Provides an efficient gateway between. I think later on they'd probably be better off just building out their own chain. But if they can do it on EOS or Ethereum, global on portable chain. Right, platform agents, asset tokenizers. I'm gonna have to read this like in depth because it is thick, and this is one of the reasons I've been putting it off, because Anna sent it to me like a few weeks ago and I just opened it up and it's just dense, super dense, and it's like written in a very smart manner. It's a very smart white paper. You can tell that the people who wrote it were really smart. I think it matches a lot of the initial things that we had talked about. I need to read through this. It's like 40 pages. Yeah, we'll just put this aside. All in all, like if they can, my take always was that there's another company called Octus, I believe, who are in the process of smart contract power retirement planning. Now these guys are in their token sale. Let's see how much they've raised. Right, so they're close to raising 6,200 ETH, which at prices, Ethereum prices. So they've raised 3 million, which I guess is to be expected for a project of that caliber. Oh my God, another 60-page white paper. Oof. So, big red flag. Anybody that puts the advisory board before the actual team is trying to hide something. Also, Raphael's been boosted up to CEO, and that's probably because he's the only one on the team that has any like finance experience at all, and that is because they've got like the 4 guys. But why would they put these first? I mean, that was always my issue. There was nobody on the platform that actually had the finance connections. Now, Acropolis is run by Anna, who's a let's see where Acropolis. Anna is the founder and CEO, and so she's a fund manager herself. It should say more. It should say she's a FCA regulated fund manager. And so she's the one who started all this. My biggest issue would be like, can they build out the team? Which I'm sure they will, especially when you have $35 million. But they have really good connections. So part of what Anna brings is that she can walk in and say, okay, I can get a meeting with a $50 billion hedge fund, or not hedge fund, but $50 billion Social Security fund. When I left, I mean, this is months ago, she already had a few test cases lined up for Asia, which is some Asian partners. Beyond Blocks. She wasn't at Beyond Blocks. She was supposed to be, but she wasn't there. Always Acropolis. So if Acropolis can do it, it's going to be great. If they can't, then I don't know. But yeah, I will be putting money into this, and we'll probably have a pool, or at least something for the group. I need to speak to Ann about that. I need to message her. But after I read through the white paper very slowly. Okay, let me make a note. Fetch AI. Fetch AI. So, if you haven't seen so far, there is the BitThumb private sale going on, right? And that is happening. I'm going to close that. So that's happening from members of my private group. Let's take a look. Actually, I'm not going to show that on channel. Let's get away from that. Let's hold off on showing the BitThumb ICO, but it's coming. If you're part of the private group, then you get to see it. If not, then you'll have to wait. So Fetch, Emergent Intelligent Protocol, self-organizing smart ledger. Fetch ignition, critical infrastructure. Decentralized digital world, autonomous economic agents, right? Humayun Sheikh. But they were working on the DeepMind. Isn't DeepMind the Google project that no, that's DeepMind. DeepMind. Taking DeepMind. Right. Is there an about? This website is not very good. Ah, right, DeepMind for Google. Yeah, that's the one. You like plug pictures in and then it sends you back stuff. Let's take a look. DeepMind collaborators. Data center cooling bill. Yeah, DeepMind's doing some big stuff. Wow. I mean, if they're DeepMind, then it's gonna be pretty cool. Oh. I know they have the health as well too, which you can take a look at your health record. And then, yeah, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, I know what DeepMind does. Very well known. Very well publicized. And now they're doing Fetch AI. All right, so just based on the DeepMind alone, I'm going to probably say that they're coming up with some very cool stuff. Get involved. Corporates, miners. Let's just plug this in. So cornlab.io. Hello. I'm Cornlab. We are a UK-based VC fund. We're interested in and discussing possible partnerships. Possible cooperation, discussing cooperation. We work with governments, corporates, and other major players let's have a chat. Email sent. Great. Ah, they're in the UK as well. I'll have to make it out there. It's pretty cool. Join us. Oh, no, that's careers. Oh, I can help them. We hire. Let's take a look at BTC. Not doing anything. Yeah, I read, wait, no, I didn't read Terra's white paper, but I did meet the Terra team. You know what? I had asked, let me ask Ryan. So, Terra, right, so where's Wayne? News on the questions. All right, so there's TerraCoin, Terra. There's also Terra Miner, which, all right, so there's Terra Miner, right? So these guys, oh my God, they raised $2 million. They have, so the guys that I'm working with, HashX, they stole, I don't want to say stole, but there's an engineer that worked for HashX who took a lot of the things that we had created, right? And now they are implementing it in their own system. So they say they're doing immersion mining, but they just took the first generation of the unit. Let me see if I can find a picture because it's in here somewhere. So this vat right here. Okay, so the HashX guys built this vat, and I'll show you a picture. I have a picture of myself in front of the vat. They then one of the engineers left, and then he took the designs himself, and then went and met some other investors, and they formed this Terra mining thing. The problem is, though, and they don't tell you this, is that they may have the immersion mining, but what they're using is mineral oil, which is really bad. And so the cooling system, single phase passive submersive cooling system, right? Okay, well, I don't know about their thing, but they don't have the liquid that we have. And because they don't have the liquid that we have, there's no way that they can have long-term success in whatever they're doing. Plus, they're using like a shitty version of this vat, which we have a cool new. Well, I can't really make it public yet, but let's see, hashx.io or liquid cooling. Sorry, it's liquid cooling.io, right? See, I'm here. I invested in the company. I was supposed to go out today to go take a look at it, but let's take a look. So, right. So you can see we have the same vat, right? So this is the pilot model. It wasn't even the second one. You can put 36 S9s in there, but it's a really shitty way of actually cooling because there's hot spots that get filled out, and it's really not that good. So we developed another solution which is getting released soon. It's called the V18. It looks like this. It is very cool, and it's super cool. And then later on, we're going to have hashx, which is fully integrated, just boards on boards of boards inside a hermetically sealed container. I'll post that. I'll just take this and post that in chat. Right. Ally Ventures. What do they say about Fetch AI? Smart Ledger. So they're just implementing their DeepMind. DeepMind, yeah. Autonomous DLT, multi-stakeholder systems. Must be. Right. So they're building their AI into the. That's cool. Useful proof of work. That's cool. In Singapore, not theoretical. Right. That's cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Industry partners in March. Just get a hold of this guy, Jamie Burke. Let's follow this dude. CEO and investor. CryptoCurve. Right. So CryptoCurve, I think, got announced today, so everybody's on it. Let's take a look at the. Let's take a look. I bet they're. CryptoCurve is looking at the banned Telegram finally. Okay, well, I gotta get on that VPN. Jamie Burke. This CryptoCurve came out today. Wow, Telegram is finally banned in. Right. So my big thing is that where's the team? CryptoCurve team is Ben. Team looks fine, but Ben's here, and Ben blows shit up, and he really likes this. Apparently, they're going to be. That's a bad team page, man. They should really work on this. They're going to be the official wallet of OneChain, which is big. It means all the on-chain ICOs are going to go through there. Probably have onboarding of new clients in the on-chain, so everybody's going to be using this. I wonder if the tokens actually come out on the on-chain network. I don't even know if on-chain has tokens yet. Soon. That's what the first ICOs are for. Yeah, so voting discounts. What he told me, and this is the cool thing about CryptoCurve, is that you stake your tokens and you get a portion of all the fees paid coming back. And I don't understand how this is security, but for some reason it's not. You're just providing network access. Yeah, to receive free airdrops from ICOs. So it's gonna be big, very big. Fetch AI. Let's look at this some more. Blockchain.com. Smart ledger. Autonomous economic agents. Automatically trade data and services. This is super cool. Self-organizing framework. That's pretty cool. Useful proof of work. Let's look at Jamie Burke as well too. Convergence. Blockchain-enabled convergence white paper, and it's on deep tech convergence. I'm gonna have to watch this later. Pioneered convergence thesis. Secure and eventually convergent. Right. Oh, I mean, that makes sense. Utopic euphoria. BTC is about to push through 8,000. I like that. There we go. Oh, just barely. I'd say we need to get up to about 8,050. We're going to be trading around here. We need more volume in this 8,000 area. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm locked out. Right. Maybe it's a good time to go longer. I've got a small position right here in this kind of 7,950 area. But I don't believe it yet. I think we're going to come back up and test this like 8,200 thing area. So we filled out. I don't know, we did. I mean, we've gotten a full. This area needs to be filled out because it just jumps straight through here. I don't think we go down. I mean, we either go up into this 8,200 area or we go all the way back down to 6,800 because there's a huge amount of volume which needs to be built out through here. But we'll see what happens. Staying on it. Jamie Burke. Convergence VC. Ah, right, they're in Evan. Ah, Evan. I got it, Evan. Let's see token. Okay, interesting. I'll come back to that. Okay, that's probably going to cut it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll come back, stream some more. We'll look through some more stuff. But the dog needs to go for a walk. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.